As we proceed as we proceed to give everybody what they need. Oh no! That's not what I was looking for. That's not what I was looking for. Yeah, collecting party people. Energy report with October's Fire. You know what I'm saying? We about to be live. We about to rock the house, but not with music, but for your mind. So, what's on my mind is the live, like right now. So, I don't even know why the heck this shows up. This is not what I punched in here. Major Pleiadian Portal update, party people. On YouTube, on Facebook, rock and roll, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring it back so you can actually get into what you need to be getting into. So right now we're playing the intro to get everybody ready, party people. Important news I have to share regarding of where we're going this year. It's like bullshit out of here. New sun waves in here. We are the new and clear vision, so wake the up and make your decision. Here's the incision with the new mission. So, giving you a little bit of peace here, and keep it funky. You know what I'm saying? Keep it funky. Ooh, a little bit of jamming it, like a little bit like ooh, boom, 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 boom. So we need the people to gather up in the rooms. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Microphone, room. So we can actually drop live and answer questions to people that have something to say. We've been on live for 2 minutes right now. We got 22 viewers. That can make that actually 300. Let's make that 1,000. The usual is suitable. And I'm about to flip it like this. Okay, here we are. Brand new, live and new. Everybody streaming from the House of Ra. And those who have any super messages, super chat is enabled. Donation based, of course. So this time I'm not playing music. This time it's about no more bullshit. Let me check my device because I want you to hear me clearly, that you know what's going on. So you hear me? 1 2 1 2 1 2. I think the mic is up. So you'll have that a little bit in my face in the display, but this is for you to hear me clearly. As far as I'm concerned, this looks pretty decent. You know, blowing it up for you, keeping it nice and swift. Usually I do my deep house sessions, but more on Sundays because I erase after I mix, so we don't have any. So mic check, 1 2 1 2. In the place to be, the original DJ October's Ra. So now, what I wanted to share with you, party people. I had a phenomenal weekend at Contact in the Desert. You missed it. I will be editing a movie with phenomenal and lovely people that I love very much, for you to marvel at this beautiful portal ascension gate that we have accessed with that event happening right at the portal. We had UFO sightings with people calling in ships, putting them on camera. I myself bought myself a night vision camera with a recorder so we can actually capture those little beasts. Contact is getting real. The idea for Contact also is setting up little places where people sell their goods. People gather together at night times. We do the night watch and we make contact. Also leading up to me creating an event in Mount Shasta around the eclipse, and I have to announce that because a lot of people that do these eclipse events do not announce that. We are not on the longitude to see the eclipse, and I don't care because it's not about seeing the eclipse, it's about paranormal research and survey. So we will have basically I'm trying to get infrared so I can see what's running around in the woods once our lights are out. We can squatch too, Sasquatching. They're all friendly. We all will behave friendly. They can read our hearts. There's no lie. If you're a threat or, full of it, they stay away from you. There's no hiding. This time, there's no hiding. We've been through a major shift. I have to explain this. We had friends and then family that we are, a lot of people talking about let's unify and everybody, yeah, let's get together and hold it together. At the event, like, very happy. I got the Alliance T-shirt from Corey's team, and very happy. So sporting that, I have to put actually my own T-shirts. So peace out to the Alliance. They have the full support of the Arcturian fleet, stated by Commander Arcturus Ra. I have people that you will see in the movie that actually did what I told them to do, and the outcome was like people drinking Ormus, implants coming out. I tell people, if you wake up on ships, you get data, try to remember your data, try to get into your dream recall actually resulting into you bringing back a tablet or a template that will be of benefit for the human race of waking up. Yes, we are ascending. Don't worry. We have galvanizing aspects of things that take place and that are happening and will happening. For those that don't know how to pick the right route, some have descended and some have ascended. A few of my friends that I also met at the Contact in the Desert, I'm sure they have crossed into an energy spectrum of being here now and in abundance. Some people are still in, you can say, in platforms of old paradigm and ruckus. That's because they have created that reality. Understand that. That's nothing personal. You always set yourself up for the reality that you create, and ultimately you're living out the result of the echo of that creation in that, how do you say, three-dimensional holographic template that you're living in. Peace and shout out to my man Trey Williams, Art Davis, doing phenomenal videos. Incredible guy. Used to be DJing for me, with me. We did performance, had lots of fun and adventures. Remember good times. So here's what I want to share is right now this major portal. Okay, it's not to be underestimated. I hope everybody was in a good space Saturday on the 21st. But this is for the last 18 months. To talk about astrology, which is actually the original astronomy, which in the past timeline, astronomy was degraded to astrology by Marduk. That can be read in several books. So we're bringing the astrology back into power mode, making this the original astronomy, to know the stars, to know how you're traveling, to know the navigational points, how to actually navigate your mind in this dimension, in this timeline that you know actually where you're supposed to be. So right now I'm giving you a little bit of what this looks like for this month and the rest of this year, which is valuable and free information where others pay like $500 and whatever. This is free, so get on board, record it, get with it. The higher dimensional aspect is right now that you have to make your choice with what windows to go with and what direction to go with and prosper with that. I have to mention, for those that know and that are in the know, and it's not about names or politics or pointing fingers, but there was a group of families they were supposed to unify and join with a greater aspect of the family. They did not. Also, as an example, is you pick the major player to get your show on the road, to get everything rolling, and you think you have the major player, the hottest whistleblower on the planet, and you do your own little seminar, and you fuck those people over. You talk shit about those people. This is also making rounds that for whoever did that out there, nobody is going to work with you anymore and will ever touch you because you did it. That goes from to people that do security to furthermore, everything is being actually revealed. Those who know and those who talk to me, you know what I'm talking about, you know what's going on. We gotta be right and just. We gotta be out in the open. We gotta be really clear. My group is going to be the Ascenders. I will be relabeling that into the Ascender Squad. That's part of the mission. I'll be running the Ascender Squad. I lead that. I'm trying to get like t-shirts going, and paranormal survey badges for people. So I have to see, as I'm juggling paying taxes and getting merchandise together, how this works. So first off, also, if you have a chance to come to Vegas to meet me and Krista personal, we will be at the 48th annual UFO MUFON Congress in Las Vegas. It's going to be very, very big, 5-star hotel. I think at the Marriott. We got to Google that online. So this is going to be a big, big in slamming. A lot of my peoples are there. A lot of my friends are there. Like friends are really, really mutual on a very, very nice and divine level. Um, Shout out to all of those who have hybrid children. Shout out to all those in hybrids. Welcome, hybrid children community. You know who you are. Love you very much. Shout to all the people that participated and supported and came. It's been a phenomenal weekend, like overwhelmingly good. And driving through the country, 6-hour drive from Sedona to Joshua Tree, and put a lot of good people, sophisticated people together with really, really sophisticated science. So what I'm bringing together to this energy report is right now is certain people are being removed from certain directions that we're in that are not for them. So that's going to accelerate. That happened to me when I decided to move to Sedona. Actually, I decided that it was 2011. I was like at the end of the year or towards 2012, I wanted to move. That was, put it this way, beginning of January. I had that in my mind. My birthday coming up on the 15th, and then my friend says on the 21st, you gotta fly. Here are the tickets, and I'm like, holy shit, pardon my French. So when the wave hits you, when your intuition is structured right, and you go with that, guess what? You take off like a rocket. Trust in that and follow that. So also you have to understand, do not follow the hype. Somebody, like, I'm really, really sick and tired of people posting photoshopped Twitter feeds of Donald Trump, supposedly. That's also bullshit. Don't fall for the hype. You're not living with the guy. You're not running his protocol. I'm neither pro or con. Everything will fall into place. All the players are put in play to dismantle what needs to be dismantled. What has to fall apart will fall apart. I don't care who is where and whatever power label you have. This is a major, major, major game changer that comes from source energy. And the source energy is hitting the planet, and souls will make choices now. And now all I'm giving you is you got to follow that structure. You got to follow what's coming in. You got to follow the how can I put it? You got to follow the input that's coming from the divine, the input that's coming from creation, the Most High, God, call it what you will. This is, trust me, somebody here says they were jobless, broke, and happy. As long as you could sustain yourself and you have a roof over your head, and it's good. I mean, some people got kicked out of their houses. That happens because your soul needs acceleration. You've been in a spot for too long. Things will accelerate. Remember this kid Spider-Man gets bit by a spider, and all of a sudden he has superpowers, but he can't stop for what's coming at him as he's being asked with that responsibility to use that. It's like with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock's homegirl. It's when that stuff is all coming at you, you being asked to, okay, you're a light worker, so what are you doing with this? What businesses are you subscribing to as a light worker? A lot of people are claiming to be light workers. They're not. Don't be fooled. Also, people out there that make investments and it bears no fruit. Realize, like, right now, cut the bullshit. And I gotta scream like the Leo King, don't fuck it up, man. Some people like really, really have to say they like, I don't know, mice with glass eyes running against the wall, or like a fly with no short-term memory because they have no brain and they keep flying against the window because they do not understand. We gotta stop the bullshit now. And those who have people around them right now, this is just funny. You know what I'm talking about. Like, understand, somebody's like, well, fibromyalgia and I'm living with my healer. Well, so how long has the healer been living in your house? Well, he's not paying rent. Well, 6 years. Oh, so you've been having fibromyalgia for 6 years. You're living with your healer, and in exchange, he pays no rent. I'm saying, get the fuck out of here. because you're not healing, okay? So right now we got to get into a modality. We want change. We want you to change. We want you to invest in somebody that can give you something that say that has substance for me, that works for me. Okay, here, last year, blah, 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 diabetes, whatever, $30,000 later, I still got diabetes. What does that mean? That means bullshit. Oh, I'm still, and some people know that I'm still on the dialysis machine and they're giving me medication that I might not croak, but I'm still paying X amount of dollar. So the fact is, it's look at this, I'm not a doctor, but why are you still on the dialysis machine? Why are your numbers in your blood why is that not changing? Why are you not getting better? Now it's time to wake up, to find a modality, to make a change to like, I'm falling over here. I can't get up, need some help over here. This is real funny. Like, imagine Spock saying it. Jim, I have fallen. I can't get up. Fascinating. So, you really have to wake up to the fact now you got to do it right. You want change in your life. You want to be able to go to sleep. Some of you might have, I was about to say amnesia, dyslexic as I am. Insomnia. You can't go to sleep. Then you need to find a modality that you can finally rest and go to sleep. And as long as that doesn't happen, you have to face the fact that something is not changing. Then you have to go and get up and say, why is this not changing? Why is the change not occurring? Why is that not taking place? And look at yourself and reflect and look at your friends and look at the decision that your friends make. And also, if millions of people on Instagram say this, then don't make this a trend for you, because that might not be your direction. That might be something that's for them. Or why is it that when, I don't know, all the young girls, pardon me, that want to do YouTube, and you see this chick doing makeup, and she has millions of views, and you want to do it because she does. It's just a generic topic. Don't do what the next one does. You will be a copycat also. Copying Picasso will not make you Picasso. So here's the thing is, when you do makeup because that chick's doing makeup in order to get the numbers, you're in the wrong business, you're in the wrong game. Goodbye. Very quick. Goodbye. It's do you believe in you, have enough self-love, and also know this: people that have reptilian influence, and I go over these patterns with hundreds of clients, is you've had abuse as a child, or somebody created a belief system inside of you that did not close the core of your toroidal field, is your perception of what's coming in. So unwanted abductions or reptilians have a way in. If you don't believe in yourself, it always comes back to you, not them, and there's nothing they can do unless you act out their will. These beings are in unmanifest. They have no power over you. So again, cut the bullshit. Also, demons, attachments, all of that crap are thought forms. Thought forms live through the mind. Who is feeding that? Is it you? Is it a collective? Whoever is feeding that, it's the people. I'm live. You can come in if you want to. It's the people, basically, that feed these thought forms over and over, and we have to stop the collective feeding actually what's not for them. That's why I'm saying, yeah, peace is Krista Love in the back.
I want to make a video. I have so much input.
Yeah, I have super input. I'm sharing this right now with like the energy spectrum of dismay, the portal, what's going on, and
I just talked for 2.5 hours, and I need to take a light because I want to record this topic.
Yeah, take a light.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, record your thing. We're live here, so see, it's unscripted. You see, this is a one taker. Krista has to do her show.
Here's the studio stuff, so I need to get this into the house.
Yeah. Well, tell them that we had a phenomenal weekend. Contact in the Desert. We blew up the spot. Phenomenal business. The 21st was the portal day. We had the highest excitement on Saturday, remember? Krista had lines.
Was it the highest on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it went into Sunday.
Oh, no, I had a boom, but also it was my grandfather's birthday.
Yeah, so.
It was in spirit, and he helps me with abundance.
Yeah,
and
so.
I had more readings that day.
Yeah, Krista had like a line of, it was like the chain reaction. One woman booked Krista, and they lined up on our tent, and Krista was sitting there for like, I don't know, 5 hours.
So much love.
She was just reading. So our stuff is flowing. We are making the right decision to stay in the right and just path, and we'll bust our ass so it can be done right, and others can see it as we lead that by example. As I continue to proceed to give you what you need. So I guess I'll see you in an hour.
Okay. Wait, can I say a really funny thing?
Well, let's say something. You gotta speak up.
Guys,
so people.
This is what. Okay.
Speak up. Speak up.
I am considering recording. I'm about to record a video about makeup, and a huge decision for that topic is whether to decide or not to actually put it on for the video. Where do you stand instantly?
Interestingly, I just said if you doing a makeup video because these Revlon chicks have millions of videos, you're in the wrong game.
You're in the wrong game.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
But if you do makeup to beautify and the spiritual aspect of the color code that you're using, then you're doing something that has something to do with you. So that's interesting that you see. I didn't even know.
I love it. He just gave me a whole video.
Yeah. So that's the whole video idea.
This is how this works.
She came up with this while I'm talking. See how linked we are. How synchronistically that all works. You saw that live. I didn't know Krista was about to plan that because she had a Yuna live show. So how this
dancing on Raw show is we need backup dancer. This whole space here could be covered in dancing. I feel like dancing with you guys.
Once we get bigger, we will do that and have a bigger studio and a bigger house and a bigger lab and all that. I want like double, triple the size.
You have a lot of happy people in your broadcast. I had my regulars, my tribes.
So
people are happy. Hey, bye people.
Okay, so she's recording another show. Hey, what up, Miss Blunt? Yo, and Galactivate. Yeah, I got you on I got you Clavon. I got you on camera. So I love that when you say don't play with me. But I also like that you said that you took our Ormus and the implant fell out like bloop, and you were like, I took the Ormus and the implant fell out like bam. Like you're getting back into yourself, you're understanding who you are, you're not being compromised by people that tell you that you're crazy, you know. And I was sold out. I'm about to relist. I made some new and I got to order like 60 pounds of salt because we're just completely like everything was just bought out. It was so interesting, the energy that at Contact in the Desert, several booths were sold out. Like fruit juice sold out, food booths sold out. Like they didn't even pack enough. Peace, Eric. So luckily I made enough. I was almost sold out. Krista had several books, like 20 of this, 20 of that, sold out. Like she didn't bring enough, so next time we have to actually make more because people were like, I want this, and it was to the point where people were like, you don't have to explain that to me. I feel your booth from across the street. What is it that you're doing? I explained it. You will see the booth in the camera, and people were happy with what they got. Exchange was lovely. Everybody has to respect the exchange. I'm not waiting for a global currency reset because I'm still, I love that we have the ability to have the internet, have the exchange going on that enables me to actually communicate with you, to set it up that everybody can actually see this. Right now I got 81 people live on YouTube, which I really, really appreciate. That also means that the numbers are really, really going up. We have 10.5 messages a minute. That's also perfect. In a minute, I will look at if people have questions pertaining this topic. So again, I'm working on a Mount Shasta retreat. I already have, I think, 34 people that want to go. And it'll be like 4 or 5 days with me doing a workshop. Thanks. No problem, Clavon. And we will go the Mount Shasta I will instruct that in the video to come. So we will see. At Contact in the Desert, we had ships coming from the sky. I have a video already on YouTube for those who, if you're on my channel, backtrack please my past Arcturian light ships, where I'm talking about how they come in, how they operate the holographic matrix to come into our timeline. And then I'm recording with a Sony camera. It doesn't have 4K, but it's clear enough. A big light coming from the mountain, surrounded by 11 little crafts. They're all giving us a live light show, which we had every night. I also know how to protect cameras that they won't fail. People don't know your camera systems fail when they're unholy. Usually electricity is holy. So put a sticker on it, put a harmonizer on it, put shungite on it if you want your cameras and your electronic equipment to work in metaphysical dimensions or as that takes place. So that should help you also. That's why I make these holographic stickers here that I channel at Mount Shasta. Actually, I was given the idea you need to bless your devices so we know you are coming in with clear intent. So you put that button on there. That's like an interdimensional OK badge for you to take pictures. So a lot of people that don't do that or don't have the opportunity or not chosen by them won't take pictures of anything, not even a blur. So Trix Malone. Yeah, so donor vortex energy is when every now and then with friends I do one-on-one private hikes and I show them activation places where to go, and recalibrate them and listen to what's coming up when the ego talks, and we will clear that too. So but understand, some people here, the beginning of this year they made kind of like, you can say, shitty decisions. Well, the consequence must be suffered until they understand to make the right and good choice. Some of my friends made very, very bad choices, so they have a very long time coming to recover from that. Some of them don't even know how deep in they are. They're oblivious to the fact, but they will see that certain people will actually not be with them or around them anymore because they really, 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 this time they screwed it up. This time, like really big time, and you'll hear about it. I'm not getting into politics, or what else. It's basically understand where you are right now with whatever is happening in your life. Is make the good decision, do the good work, stay positive, work with the people, expand bigger and broader horizons for good things that will take place. This is the key right now. This is the time. And this window this year will, if you can't fix that this year. Another friend of mine went on a world tour, so Godspeed to you. Much love to your fam for 9 months around the world. Is basically she took the when the window opened, she took that route to take off, and she's basically on her way now to be taken where she needs to be going, and that's for many, 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 many people. So what else? This year basically says if you have a feeling and you feel good about it, it'll be, follow it. It'll also make very, very clear, like if you invest in crap, you'll have crap. You can have all the money in the world. If you put your money on a dead horse, you're not going nowhere. And it's now time for people to realize, stop investing in what you want and it doesn't work and it you want. We have also a constellation where the planets have something to do, roughly, as I'm quoting this right, with Leo. Leos are like can be super focused on being a hardhead, and that is the toughest learning situation when you don't want to realize that you have to learn. You're gonna get smashed, basically. If you don't stand up and realize, okay, this is what I gotta do, this is my life's path, this is my life's choice, this is where I'm going, and this is good for me, and understanding as the good comes back in the same resonance with your decision, then you're sleeping, really, really sleeping. Some people that came to contact in the desert said, yeah, I can be open here, talk about my ET stuff, talk about my family, and I hated to have to go back to my regular mundane life, and I don't want that anymore. I don't want to work for the man. Here's the thing: is if you want to make a decision, there's three basic things. Are, first off, you have to ask yourself, are you like camera ready? That beats any Hollywood actor, because I'm doing 1 hour takes. You can put me on a talk show. I own that show because I'm in the stream. The stream is in me. I'm one with that, and I'm letting that go. I don't really care anymore what people would think. I put on a Star Trek uniform to make a point. If people think that's crazy, then they haven't looked through the layer of what I'm portraying to not see me. So when I'm doing this, I'm not trying to sound repetitive. When I repeat myself, is only because I believe not enough people have heard what I'm trying to transmit. It hasn't sunk in. So I use these modalities um, to keep the non believers out and bring those who actually can feel what's real in. And you don't have to believe anything. And I shocked a guy who came with the Bible and said that everybody's going to hell and how Jesus died for me and all of this. I believe that nobody by their choice dies for nobody. I don't believe in that concept. I think that's manipulation. I don't believe in fear. I don't believe in an opposing force or a jealous force that says, well, if you don't worship me, then I'm killing all your people. That I don't believe either. If you are a high, supreme, royal being, none of that is requested. All that is requested to reach a golden Buddha mind state. We all don't need monasteries anymore. We are in life. Like Krishnamurti said, meditation is life and participation in life. If you say, well, at 4 o'clock I have my meditation, that means you cut everything to this 1 hour where you have to go and you sit, and that's meditation, and the rest of the time that you're spending is not meditation. You're separating again. Meditation is are you in tune with that what you're doing at the time right now? Abundance is having the ability to do whatever. Like having the ability to do what you need to do when you'll be doing it. That's abundance. Abundance is not based on money. The root of all evil is not money. The root of some evil is human concoction. Again, a lot of bullshit being created on earth that is unreal. We got to get off the bullshit train, you know? Some people like, yeah, the Anunnakis and the reptilians and this and that. Ain't no reptilian signing my check. And nobody comes into physical form before me. In anything of a thought form that wants to make an appearance, you have to say, be my guest. If you're not of the highest light, not of the highest purpose of the divinity, of the holy of holies, of the clarity of that light coming at you, and that beats any book talking about anything that should be religio, as in regulated belief systems, then you're off track. Religio, belief systems, is not a knowing system. This is about knowing what's going on, having the knowledge, knowing the ledge, knowledge, okay? That's the age of Aquarius. That's my age. I'm Aquarian. This is about, I know what's going on. This is how this is being handled, and either you are with it or you're not. So understand, Ra could also mean Rebel Alliance, is make yourself not a target for okie doke and bullshit. And don't be used by people that need. I've seen that also, that sorry to say, somebody's a superstar and everybody wants something and nobody wants to give anything. And I've seen that also at spiritual festivals where you see it's galvanized, very clear cut, and people coming to the booth, respecting the exchange, doing what is necessary and what is felt. Everybody gets something from that. And there's others that say, hand ascension to me. I don't want to work for it. This is not how this works. You have to put in the work. If you're not getting up your ass, and if you're not making that move, or you don't make the decision to move out of a situation that is not good for you, well, it's going to wear you out. I had that in 10 years ago. You get tired. You're trying to find your place. You're trying to find your home. You're trying to find out, where do I rest, where I can finally rest. Do not depend on people that are not dependable. Do not go into situations that are shaky. Sometimes we risk that. We go into shaky situations, but guess what? These shaky situations blow up in our face, so we are accelerated. So we have to be on our path. We have to be on our way. This is the time right now. This is the year. No more bullshit. Somebody screws you over, you speak your truth, I spoke to a woman that was in a spa and was touched wrong, filing a lawsuit right now. Right on, girl. Take no more shit just because somebody imposes or enforces their shit on you and they think you're spiritual, non-resistant hippie and you're not going to do anything. Don't take shit from people. And all girls, spiritual gurus, and misuse. For me, but honestly, I'm tired of this shit. If it's not mutual agreed upon to what people do out there, this bullshit needs to stop. And pardon my French, this is like right now, this is the fan shite hitter, we are about to have reached our limit. The cup is overflowing right now. We're not taking that no more. And when somebody says no, no means no. Two letters, N-O. Not very hard to understand. And I have to be a little bit strict because for months and months and months, I looked at people that take and take and take and take, and it's never enough, and there's no solution. They're not willing to change. They're not healing. They don't want to heal. The blame is all on you, but you got to pay for them to tell you how wrong you are. Cut. This has to stop. People need to go into places where if I'm going to the mechanic, I'm doing an oil exchange, I'm paying my $50, $60, my oil is well, my car is maintained, I'm on the road, I'm doing a road trip, and I'm flying. Know the consequence. That's also for a lot of people that live in America. If you live in the desert, Arizona, Texas, Utah, all of that stuff, when you go on a road trip, make it mandatory to have your car checked. And at the least thing you can do is an oil change. You know how many people had problems going to Joshua Tree because they didn't check their oil, they didn't check their fan belt, they ride their car till the car breaks apart. Maintenance of an object is the same thing as in maintenance of the mind. Meaning, what does that mean? Thought hygiene. What are you thinking? What thoughts are you bringing in? Understand, every thought is a spirit form. Every thought has a spiritual counterpart. What are you bringing into your cerebellum? Cherubim, okay? How do you apply what you want to do in life? What do you say? What do you do? We say put your money where your mouth is. Don't talk a lot of lip and then you can't handle it. I did this basic thing in hip hop. Somebody was like, yeah, I got my freestyles. People ain't ready for me when I'm on stage, this, that, and the other, da, da, da. So I was on stage. I had like 6,000 people. And I said, like, right now, open mic. Any MC who wished to enter the stage to challenge me after all of the lip that I heard, here's the mic. And I'm ready to challenge anybody who wants it. Sounds egoic, but I was like, I had it right now. So I said to the universe, here's the microphone. Boom. And I dropped it on stage. Everything went silent. And then people said, continue with the show. And I rocked the house. I did my duty. And so will you. And guess what? The shit talkers got booted. See, if people talk and make claims about things that they can do and they can't perform, notice. Don't fall for the okie doke somebody talking about, yeah, I don't know. They know about dimensions. It doesn't make sense to you. You can't relate to them. Or like, yeah, right now I'm popping into your house or I'm projecting right now into your garage. Well, if you can't describe what's in my garage, then you're not really projecting. You just projecting the illusion of a possibility that you could. And a lot of people get wrapped in the okie doke. Don't fall for this false guru stuff. I'm saying myself. I'm not a guru. I'm more I'm a funky observer that has an opinion that says, well, if one doctor can heal, 2,000 cancer patients with linseed oil and they don't need chemo, well, then I listen to that doctor. If another guy has 2.5 million clients ordering organic sulfur and he is not FDA approved, but no customer returns their product, well, guess what? I turn to where the people are and not what an expert is going to tell me. So 2 things. Do not follow the lame stream. Do not listen to the quackademes, to the quackademics. You get it? Howard Hall of Quackademe. Protocols are frozen. It's all nice to learn to read and write in mathematics, but if that is useless to an application that we need in life to get better so things work better, it is garbage. Meaning I can learn 100,000 things if I don't find one application to get water from the well. Well, guess what? It's useless. And we have to wake up to the fact of where we are in life to make things useful, to make a change in life, to be on the go in that direction, to know where the goal is. And also when somebody carries something and gives you a hint of what to follow, let's say like there's an ancient tale of 3 miners going to work, and one morning they meet this weird old guy with the white beard, and he tells the 3 workers, On the third day in the third month, go to that river and you'll find diamonds, and you're paid for the rest of your life, and you can make changes that are necessary for this planet to be made, and you're taken care of. The first one doesn't ask any question. It says on that day I'll go. In his mind, he goes, finds the diamonds, Rich does the thing, builds shelters, retreat centers, new tech, green technology, blows everything up. I'm modulating it a little bit for you. The second one is like, maybe I can go a day later, misses the day, gets no diamond, is pissed, has to go back to the mining operation, hates the world, hates everybody that is in luck. And the third one says, he's fear-based. I have to go to work because if I don't go to work, I get fired. And he goes to work, doesn't do anything, also fails, hates the rest of the world. And this is where the split is taking place right now, that we fall victim to so many distractions online, this, that, blah, blah, bloop, boom, 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 bam, bam, bang, ding, 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 doo, 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 da, da, da. And pay attention to you, keeping it real, staying in connection with where you are, and really, really fulfilling the script of what you here on this planet to do. Yeah, for those, yeah, sorry we lost the connection for a minute here. Is Esther Hicks says that if you not inside of your vortex, let me see if I can find one of those magic templates. I have to move the camera a little bit. So here, see, this is the template. If you don't stay in its center, I have two cameras, so I'm doing dual. I'm doing Facebook and I'm doing YouTube. So we have tons of viewers here. Love it, love it. Is if you can stay in the center of the core of your being, guess what happens to your merkabic field? And that's fact. It's wobbling. It's not synchronizing. You want an energy stream that comes from you, that synchronizes, that hovers nice and lovely, and these are the waves that are coming from you. You calming down. You coming into where you need to be, and you'll calm down. Also, I say, what everybody I want you to do is breathe, okay? Inhale, hold. Because guess what? Every time you exhale, you release all the crap that has been stored in your body. You release. Releasing is important and is a constant for this vessel. So a lot of people, and you might know this, is you breathe like this. It means you're breathing under your heart chakra. You're not releasing the crap that people drop on you and they dump and you don't understand, and you go, you gotta bring it back out. Breathing makes you live longer when you breathe correct. You want your pulse low. Check that with a pulse meter, anything, you get that online. You want your breathing slow. And sometimes you breathe and you hold it in, you breathe back out. Also eat regulated. I will do a video on that. Eat according to the circadian rhythms, meaning like eat what rises in the morning, eat what sustains in the day, and what settles in the day you eat. And that is actually what gets you clear. A lot of people do it completely wrong at the wrong time. So guess what? Diet won't help you and your eating levels are totally messed up. So get into the feng shui eating of actually eating correct for the alignment of your body. Also understand your body, how can I put it? Your body restructures itself. Your body is sorry for the interruptions on Facebook. It's too much going on. Put it this way. Your body detoxes every day. So doing a detox from 12 to 6 is absolutely wrong. like a lemon, cayenne pepper, ginger mix, 3 o'clock p.m. It's havoc for your stomach. Don't be duped by people that have no clue how your body cleanses. There's a book called Eating Right for Life. Also study blood types and you gotta eat according to your blood type, not according to a trend. It's all nice if you say, yeah, kale salad is my best. Some people are not good with kale because the enzymic property is a little different, and maybe you have to eat spinach or carrots. You have to really watch out what you're doing, you know, and eat with resonance. Don't jinx nobody for what they eat. Yes, we want to go away from mass consumption and bless what we're eating and be aware of how we're going to do it. So, yeah, climb on. With the crystal that you put near your computer, the best thing is shungite, or tourmaline. The others are too soft or too weak to pick up. So, the stream will be saved, Riser Realm, just so you know. So let's say I'm going into questions now, and then I'll wrap it up. Then we have roughly an hour, so 15 more minutes Q&A. And that should actually have you in gear for this year to really you on the horse right now. Time is on, and the others are gone. That's how it is. Nice knowing you. Fluoride is not, as a crystal, yes. Toothpaste, no. Funny. Okay. Interesting name, Mr. Thrash. Yeah, I'm not talking about computer crystals. I'm talking about the natural crystals. Okay. Also, know YouTube is automated. If somebody is hating too much, you're gonna get banned. You'll be booted. So everybody else that stays in line, guess what? You'll be in line, and you'll be how do you say? You'll be in abundance, and you'll be in contact, and you'll be responded to. And sometimes I pick people where I'll send you a free key if I like you. So everybody in line behaving, I like that. And some will be blessed. So I say behave if I see any ruckus, okay? So what happens when you put tourmaline by your computer, bro? Nothing much, because a tourmaline is etheric. Shungite is the physical rock that physically repurposes EMF and redistributes it in a different waveform. That has been measured by Russians. Diminishes radiation up to 87%, and that's what you want. Tourmaline is etheric. That's too much of a very faint and subtle layer that doesn't do anything. You want to have more impact. So more impact is, I'm building that too, sometimes in form of a Buddha, kind of like this. These are EMF protectors, but they don't block the EMF. They repurpose the energy. Shungite, tourmaline, and magnetite is in here because that attracts the crap. The problem we have with EMF is the following. For people that don't know, I'm an electrical engineer also by trade. When I was young, I had time to go to work. So here's the thing. When EMF comes from your phone, it comes like this. It is unstructured. But guess what? Unstructured EMF distorts the EMF that comes from your DNA. Your DNA has microvolts. Every cell has microvolts. You want to Google how many volts does a human cell produce? You can Google that right now, and you get a result of how many microvolts is produced by a cell. But that is kind of like, it's a perfect pitch. It's a harmonious sequence, yeah, coming from the DNA throughout the coronal field. So when you have electricity that is not in tune with your DNA, guess what? You're being kind of like upset. This is what happens. So you do that with more than 5 minutes by your ear, your brain is upset for at least the next 7 hours. People don't know that because people lost the feeling and the sense. It's the same thing as, like I say, when people don't feel the photonic action of the key. I said this is the opposite side of radiation. If I put plutonium this much in your bag, you won't feel anything. And in 2 months, you begin to lose your hair, your eye color is changing, you're losing your teeth, and you're dying. Because we have lost the sense of radiation. And I'm training people to develop the sense of positive life affirming radiation. So if you want to rock for EMF, Basic shungit. Get into that. That is actively taking the electromagnetic frequency in and transforming it into a harmonious waveform that is attuned to life form. Isn't that interesting? And that rock shungit comes only from one place in Russia called Karelia. You can't get that from any other place. And they found that rock because they realized in times of crisis, the animals go there when they're sick and they lick the rock. And then they sit there for a couple of days and they walk away and they're better. So no questions asked. Nature is the master. So nobody has to prove anything to me. I see what's going on and that's what I go by. So let's see what we have here. Transhumanism. Well, we are transhumans. We are GMO, understand. We've been hacked, cloned, everything has been done to us. The fertility pill is just an accelerated process of cloning through a woman made legal. No, don't sleep. Okay? What else? What was that contact? Question. Was that contact? Nibiru is not coming, people. People, please. Many things in the sky are being X'd out and blotted out, but I don't think Nibiru is anywhere close. That is a timeline that was, I think, more than 3,000 years ago. As they say that this planet reoccurs every 3,600 years. I don't think so. I think that is a past timeline. For this, also read the book Anunnaki False Gods by Sasha Lessin. Read the book Marduk. Get into the Sumerian tablets and understand the politics with these cosmic families and the spaceship travel that went down, who was managing what, who was screwing up what, incestual behavior in the family, all of that stuff. So, scalar energy is kind of like a neighbor of plasmic energy, you can say. They both dance together, but they're not the same. Coming from the same source, but they're not the same. What else? Holographic images basically capture light and refract light, and then they give you an information, which is an alignment of photonic information to do something for you that is in your soul protocol. Shasta, totally root chakra, totally super thin veil. Rainier, I'm not so aware about. What else? Yeah, Nibiru equals to people that still subscribe to the Niburian influence. Understand also Anunnaki means extraterrestrial. Anunnaki, those who came from the heavens. And the races that mixed, as in the Anu and the Aku. Back then the Draco or Aku is a half angelic, half draconian. We are the offspring of that conflict of draconian angelic mixture. That wasn't supposed to happen. It's in the Bible. It's also in the Sumerian tablets. There were some Naburian people of the command that didn't listen to the Most High, who wasn't the Most High God. He was the Most High in command on Nibiru. And these 200 renegades of Niburians went to Earth and took 200 chicks and made them pregnant. And created children that were half gods and wreaked havoc. This shit went out of control. Everybody thought they're king because they're 20 foot tall and they got superpowers. And humans kind of lions look like pets, like little cats. So there's a lot to read and a lot to study in that regards. Let me see. We have 7 more minutes. Make it count. What up, Trix Malone? Peace and shout out. Okay. Enki is an archetype for an energy system that took place on this planet, and we are about to heal this. Enki is Ea, and Ea was actually trying to heal us. My belief is, as you can see here, the Alliance, I believe we have... The Alliance can talk to us because we have gene codes of the Alliance. The Avians can talk to us because we have gene codes of the feathered ones. We have gene codes of the Sasquatch. So because we are hybrids, genetically we have certain resonant fields that basically need to be fixed by the species representing that cell structure of the galactic heritage that you are here to heal, if you follow. Somebody says I am Enkli. That does not exist in the Sumerian tablets. It's either Enlil or Enki, and nobody is one being. I have a Google account. I'm not Google. Okay, I'm Green Lantern. I'm not the lantern of that consciousness. I'm a guardian that represents that consciousness. So I am Ra. That doesn't make me the sun god. I'm representing sun god consciousness, as in sun, instruction, and pure light for life enhancing, life expansion. So we actually literally can go back to DNA reset of cosmic creation and remember who we are, who we were. So I don't know about the Cobra blog, Farouk. I haven't read that. There's so much happening right now. Okay, what is this? I don't understand what everyone hates my dreams and act like covert bigots. I don't understand that. Somebody somebody can only hate your dream if you have shared that. Somebody says you're Kryptonian, that means you're probably Maldekian, because the substance comes from Maldek, and that planet Maldek exists. What else? Yeah, Ra, the law of one. There's only one creator. As in, no gender, no figure. It's a force. How do you figure out galactic heritage? Well, I'll do that by doing galactic readings with galactic cards that tell me what people are here to heal. If they're healing their Zeta aspect, their Sasani aspect, their Arcturian, their Lyran, sometimes reptilian. Is there a dragon on Jupiter's moon? Not that I heard of. Crichton. I'm not sure if that's a real place. Maybe it's a metaphor to a real place. I know Aldebaran is a real place. I know Santiago de Compostela is the Pleiades. I had contact with Sirius B energies, yes. They were like very behind my protocol activation, like getting into gear, doing what I have to do. I have experienced metallic blue orbs, rainbow orbs, all types of orbs that you can imagine. So, okay, somebody says, I'm basically not over complicating life, being decent and helpful as I can towards others. Yeah, who is? You know, somebody says just stopping what? You gotta be specific when you have something to say. Emerald tablets. Well, I will get into that. But so much work, so many videos that I have to do. I will get into the where was I? I'm losing train of thought. Yeah, Mr. Nationalist, if you're not constructive, then I can't reply and not further your existence in this here, my universe. So be smart, don't be slick. Oh my corona. Okay, I used to. Yeah, well, when planes fly around you, that means you're creating a field that becomes attractive because they're scared shitless. Who's gonna be the first one to turn their avatar powers on? Don't be afraid because they can't approach you. You all are royal. Okay, can somebody tell me how I can boot people? Like, because this is really Mr. Trash Nationalist right now. This is over now, the party for you. Okay, so the trash nationalist has been booted officially, and if anybody sees that guy, he's banned from my channel. I can't really give attention to kids, sorry to say. Thank you for sticking it out with me. I appreciate that. So Sanada is not coming back. You're the embodiment of Christ. Please, Christ all crystalline, Christ all in. You are it. You are everything. There's no, how do you say? There's no one Maitreya coming and it's gonna save the world. That party is over. Okay, these are all archetypes. Yeah, if helicopters follow you, you have to figure out why your consciousness is being hacked. Watch the movie Ghost in the Shell 1 and 2 that shows you when somebody can hack your consciousness. You have a trauma inside of you, and you gotta heal that. Yeah, I read the Emerald Tablets. I haven't translated that yet, but I'll do a video on that. Okay, yeah, Shaquan, Shall I watch the replay? Hey, Astral Boo, what up? That's my homeboy, the realest man on the planet. Love your works. Continue your works. I was blown away by Astral Boo's pictures where he went to a funeral and brothers were in the picture from another timeline and another dimension standing behind him, as clear as day in the picture, like really blew my lid. I haven't even seen it officially out, like where you see them there and there's a guy in the picture that is dressed like he's not from that timeline, as if he's like from 100 years ago, and he's in the picture behind the dudes. Kind of blew me away. Also, never forget Astro Boo unpacking my keys. I'll send you one of my latest keys. I need your address again to send you another one, a new one. It's been a while, so we're gonna reconnect here. Had a lot of people from your side coming to my side. I told people to go to your side, so we hook each other up. That always works. That is really, 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 really cool. The best way to heal traumas, yeah, do readings to people that are professional to tap into your traumas. I took my readings off for a minute because I was overwhelmed. It's like I can't do 20 readings a day. This just knocks me out. So sometimes, yeah, much love, Astral Boo. Love you very much, brother. Appreciate your existence. Love, love, love. Real cool. What are the keys, Claire Smith? I'm explaining that on my website under bio instruction. What's this? Another on a level bio. What is this? I've got a multiple brains. You're going so fast here within the chat. Bio. I think read the key bio. That's the information. How do we take them out? We go look at the trauma, bring the trauma out, reintegrate and heal that trauma. That's what I do. Yeah, the star seeds that have special blood types, some star seeds have type negative. That means you have more ET parts than the plus types. That has to do with how your body was bred and where your mommy and daddy got their genes from. That's never in control. That doesn't make you more or less. We all are hybrids. I only know that type O negatives, like O negatives, have it extremely difficult to turn all the systems on the coming year, not lose their mind, and be accepted, and go forth and have their breakthroughs in life. It's a bitch. What else? Okay, yeah, we're about to wrap it up. Johnny Spa, thanks for being in the show. Chirping, invisible sounds. I had that when I crossed. I had near-death experience where I went to the other side. Before that happened, I heard like cricket-type sounds. And I felt being watched, but I couldn't detect actually who's watching me. Yes, Ravage, Panther, the energy is high. What's here, Miguel? You found me in 2007. Holy shit. Well, peace to Miguel. Yeah, that's your energy, Clavon. You need to learn to modulate your energy also. Like you have a lot of BAM and Facebook goes. So we have energetic fields. So if you have electricity failing, also starseeds that have the iPhone 6, I'm not selling that, but your phones will begin to fail. This is the time when the glitches come in because they can't hack it anymore. So you gotta get a later version because you're already so far out. Mark A, yes, well, go to aerovid.com and read on that. Switzerland is the only country in the world that actually does that monitored. The US will introduce that with DMT. NASA is trying to explore the inner planes by making contact with extraterrestrial beings on the inner planes. Officially announced that they will actually go there looking for people to participate in the experiments. So contact is imminent. Contact is there. The president will not announce it. Nobody will land on the lawn of the White House because it's an unholy place. There will be ambassadors that will be chosen by craft who will bring in ships and who will make physical contact in the future. That's also imminent. I'm one of the beings that will prepare you to actually handle that when it comes closer. And then you'll see who will be with you when the ships come closer. The ships are real. The ships are here. Non-believers I can't help. Haters won't be allowed. and they won't see things. Like people, if the people are, like we had one in the chat, comes really crazy, then they won't perceive what you're perceiving actually as we're moving to the next realm and the next earth of where that actually happens. Um, yeah, 5 minutes. I'll wrap it down. And we did 1 hour. I will save it so everybody can watch that. What do we have? Yeah, everything that's biodegradable is okay. In your state, in all the galaxies, watch what you're doing. Stay clear, stay respectfully. Know what you're doing. You know, Hits vape. Yeah. Yeah, see, somebody here named Anne said the ships are here. Faces come out and speak the regular. Some people have it regular. I have like had a 12-year-old who says like, well, they're parking there. They're just watching. They're there, and a lot of people don't see anything because they're not opening their eyes. I myself bought a night vision camera, military grade, that I now have the capacity to record. So when I do my night watch videos, I will record and comment of what I'm perceiving to show you actually the objects that dance at night that are not choppers and planes and not satellites. It's like I'm over this shit. I know a satellite. I had talks with astronomers and physicists that they cling so hard to their three-dimensional belief that this fades in over time and fades out. I'm talking about dudes that come down, park, then they do this, then they do this, then they do this. They change color. Some come out the ground, hover, come over my house, glow orange, and then go zwip and go into the sky. Like imagine something is over your house 60 feet. You see it like this, and it does this. There's no vehicle on Earth that can perform such a maneuver, and I don't have to be a specialist to know that. Also, when the electricity in my house begins to flutter, everything shuts down, or stuff gets weird, or messages show up on the computer, well, there's something happening that changes your entire reality. Yeah, so Clairvoyant, you need the camera to capture this stuff. Get a cam, get a phone or something. People see that, take pictures, upload the pictures. More people need to understand that this is here, this is taking place, actual fact. There's no more debating that. This is just part of the mind washing of that doesn't exist. I mean, I'm telling you, I have a lot of friends in Germany from my old German history. They're like, well, do you still think the pyramids were built by green men? Ha 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 ha. Well, guess what that is? Warner Brothers was approached in the 40s to create The Martian, so people will associate an extraterrestrial with a cartoon. This has to do with mind programming. They're turning extraterrestrial beings into toons. And then all the haters have is the image that they can grab from the mind manipulation that's MK Ultra to regular television. And then they say, what do you think Squidly Diddly Bill infiltrates your house? Well, you have the cartoon in your head. You're a perfect example of the manipulation that took place for all the generation that took it in, saying, well, ETs are these weird squiggly characters that do weird stuff with disintegrated cannons. It's not so. It's humans. This galaxy has probably, the Aborigines even say that there are 17 galaxies that have humanoid figures in certain histories, Earth-type planets. Some are less evolved than us, some are more evolved than us. We all look human or are in humanoid form. That has to do with the conscious template that rules here. That goes into a whole nother other dimensionality, but people understand that a lot of this is humanoid form and comes from this humanoid way of existence. And one thing I wanted to say, I don't know if I can do a video, is when you know that your ET eyes are on, is when you feel all of a sudden you seeing like this, where your lids are closed, but you feel like your eyes are like this. That's your ET self coming in, and you blink, and they're not quite sync with you. Your ET eyes, that's your other body, your other dimensional body, and they blink delayed. You'll see it. You do this, and then another blink. It's like a blink comes in, and you know your ET eyes have opened. That's for the hybrids. Also, when you're high, you notice that. Those who are high go to the rooftop at nighttime, look at the city light, and blink a couple of times. And you wonder why the shutter doesn't work correctly. Because you are not in sync with the disguise anymore of that you have an ET body. And on that note, I'll shut down the transmission. I like to thank you for a lot of people watching, and I most certainly see you, my loved ones, on the flip side. On that note, I will finish, and I'll end the stream on, where is my stream transmission? See, when I need something, it's not even there. We'll bring them back. Come on, dudes. And we end this on YouTube. It's going to be recorded. See you on the flip side.